Hello, this is Kerry King of Global Business Mentoring. I spent 20 years in public practice, working with hundreds of SMEs with turnovers from 500,000 a year to 20 million, showing them how to improve profit and cash flow in their businesses. During that period, I've used some of the most well-known and sophisticated software packages and consulting tools available to the profession. In 2010, I realised that most of the tools I was using were overkill in terms of what most practitioners needed to provide sound business advice to their clients. That's when I decided to teach other practitioners the basic skills of providing sound business advice to their clients, using simple tools that did not need hours and hours of training and practice to learn based on my years of experience in commerce and in public practice. Here are some of the businesses I've worked with. You may know one or two of them. And here are some of the accountants and financial controllers I've worked with, or attended one of my training workshops, or are users of my business advisor tools. Today I'm talking to you about ClientSAFE, the Business Advisor's Toolkit. Let's take a closer look. ClientSAFE is an integrated package of concept drawings and financial-ready reckoner tables that are used by accountants to demonstrate very simply and easily how profit and cash flow is improved in a business. Through the use of colour diagrams and financial tables, the user can quickly and easily show a client not only how to improve profit and cash flow, but also quantify those improvements immediately on the spot. Let's take a closer look at what we're talking about. This is the entrepreneurial cycle diagram. Virtually every small business is started by an individual, someone who has expertise in a particular area or industry. For example, accounting, plumbing, retail. This is the way of industry. In his groundbreaking book, The E-Myth, Why Most Small Businesses Don't Work and What to Do About It, Michael Gerber coined the term E-Myth because he believed that all such individuals who go into business end up only creating a job for themselves and not a business. As Gerber puts it, they are in fact not an entrepreneur, but merely a technician suffering an entrepreneurial seizure. The purpose of ClientSAFE is to show the business owner the cycle of how the technician must transition from having created a job for themselves to a point when the enterprise becomes an actual business. A business is an enterprise that operates independent of its owner, so will produce the same results whether the owner is present in the business or not. As Gerber puts it, the owner stops working in the business and starts working on it. In order for the technician to transition through the entrepreneurial cycle, new skills must be learned. These skills are briefly described on the reverse side of the entrepreneurial cycle diagram. The business advisor's role is to identify with the business owner where they see themselves within that cycle and assess their level of desire to transition through the various phases. Once the business owner decides at which point in the entrepreneurial cycle they are, the business advisor can determine what professional support will be needed in order for the business owner to achieve their long-term goals. For example, setting targets, creating and monitoring performance against budgets, and developing a business plan perhaps. Ultimately, the entrepreneurial cycle diagram allows a business advisor to show their client the big picture and enables a program to be developed that will suit the business owner's growth through the various phases of the cycle. This is the power wheel. This diagram shows the 4 ways to grow profitability in a business. These are increase the number of customers of the type you want, increase the number of times customers come back, increase the average value of each sale, and finally, increase the effectiveness of each process in the business. Each of the 4 ways has numerous strategies. Ultimately, the business owner will identify which of those strategies will be the easiest to implement. With the power of synergy, a combination of strategies that covers all 4 ways is the best process. If you think about the concept of synergy, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. The mistake that most business owners make is to focus on just one of these 4 ways and therefore miss out on significant growth opportunities. You can find an example of how you can demonstrate the power of synergy using ClientSAFE in the user's guide. Once the principle of the 4 ways to grow are understood, you can introduce one or more of the financial ready reckoner tables to demonstrate how much profit in the business can be improved. Let's talk about the cash flow propeller. Clients often don't understand the disconnection between making a profit and increasing cash flow. The cash flow propeller solves this by clearly showing how cash flows in, through and out of a business. Once the client understands that making a profit and building up cash flow are 2 separately controlled aspects of business finances, they will see that they need to work on both and not just one, profit or cash flow. The cash flow propeller is a great diagram for showing how the time difference between each step of the cash flow cycle can make or break an otherwise profitable business. By determining the number of days between each step, you are in a position to identify the log jams that are slowing down cash flow. Once the principle of the cash flow cycle is understood, you can introduce one or more of the financial ready reckoner tables to demonstrate how much cash can be increased using a range of strategies. The key is to determine the total days accumulated within the cash flow cycle and work towards reducing that to a lower figure. There is a lot of value to be added to your relationship with your business clients by offering simple explanations on how profit and cash flow can be improved, and then quantifying this with your suite of concept diagrams and financial ready reckoner tables. You become a true business advisor and not just a tax accountant. Quite obviously, you'll see that none of what's been explained is rocket science, but your clients will think you're a genius when you start offering sound business advice using ClientSAFE. ClientSAFE is a very simple tool that can be carried with you to every meeting with a client. Your clients will understand your advice because it is simply illustrated, and any suggestion for improvement in profit or cash flow can be quantified immediately. If you feel that having your own ClientSAFE Business Advisors Toolkit will give you the confidence and ability to help your clients improve the profit and cash flow in their business, simply click on the Buy Now button below and take advantage of our free 1-hour online training session. You can make a difference. This is Kerry King signing off, and I look forward to you joining me on this wonderful journey.